really appreciate your being here to participate in the interview. Of course, you've only been with Castle Chess since, I guess, 1980 or something
Somewhere
like that.
around there.
But maybe you start out by telling us your name and your chess title.
Okay, Alex Dunne, Master.
And FIDE Master.
FIDE Master.
So,
Correspondence Master.
yeah. Lots of
Chess
titles.
Master. Go Master. We won't count that one.
Okay, we should talk about checkers and those others. Anyway, how did you first become involved with chess? And how old were you when you became really serious about the game?
Well, I first became involved July 24th, 1955. My sister's 10th birthday. The house was filled, I was 13 years old. The house was filled with 9 and 10-year-old girls screaming and yelling. And a friend of mine called me up on the phone and said, how would you like to come down to my house and learn how to play chess? Can't refuse an invitation like that. So we learned out of Encyclopedia Britannica. We tore up little pieces of paper to make the chess pieces, and that was how I started to play. And I guess when I tore up that 16th piece of paper from my set is when I first became serious about playing the game. Lost my first game. Did not like losing my first game.
Uh-huh. So you like a challenge, then.
Yep.
How do you become better at chess? You know, how does anyone, I mean, how did you become better at chess? But also, how can the rest of us become better at chess?
Well, first you have to have a certain natural talent and a desire for the game. And I had that, as I said at the beginning. And I love playing. And my rating went up extremely fast. My first rating was 1740. And within a year of that rating, I was a Class A player, and I was an expert within 2 years of that rating. So about 15, I was an expert. I was very isolated. I only played 2 or 3 tournaments a year at most. But then I stayed at an expert for about 20 years. And I just said, this is ridiculous. I know I can do better than that. So then I started actually studying the game. And I got the books of on or about or by all the world's chess champions, one book for each champion. Read them all through, and it took me about a year and a half to go through those 13 books, and my rating went up about 250 points.
Great.
So I was high 23s at that time. So study and practice, study and play.
Study and practice. Are they equivalent, or is
No,
one weighted more than the other?
No, I think you learn different things from the two. The study, the playing gives you confidence. As you keep winning, you want to win more. The studying gives you knowledge, and like the chess-based logo, Wissen ist Macht, knowledge is checkmate. So the two of them together is what makes strong players.
Did you have any strategies to help you become stronger when you were really striving? I know you became very good.
Beat everybody you play. And it's as simple as that. You have to desire to beat everybody that you play until you finally reach your peak. As a young boy, I said I grew up in a very isolated rural town. I literally went from door to door, people that I knew were inside that knew how to play chess, knocked on their door, and this is at 13 and 14, and asked them if they wanted to play a game of chess. And then I would beat them. And then we'd have to find people in the nearby cities to play.
Very good. Were there any, I mean, you just mentioned that, one challenge you had to face since you lived in a remote area, you didn't have people who were available to play. Were there any other challenges you had to overcome in order to get stronger?
No. I don't really understand the question too well. No.
Okay. So you were dedicated to it, you set a goal, and proceeded. What type of effort and study did it take for you to reach your highest level?
I don't know that I've necessarily reached my highest
Okay.
level yet.
Very
Okay.
good.
I know I'm an old person, but I still feel I can play better and better. So it's really a desire. I think chess is like a boxing match. It's like a fight. It's a battle of wills. I mean, I think if you keep that fighting attitude, you can play well.
So if you have the passion
Yeah.
and you're willing to pay the price,
Yep.
you're going to get better. How do you prepare for a match or for a tournament? Are you going to play in the tournament this
I
weekend?
am playing in the tournament
Great.
this weekend.
And how do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for a match?
Okay.
Or tournament?
Drink plenty of Diet Dr. Pepper, eat potato chips, and you're ready. When they say start your clocks, start your clock.
Okay, so you don't do any
No, I
last-minute
don't do- I
studying
don't.
or cramming, or
No,
you don't
no.
go check out on the internet who played? If you know your opponent, you don't?
I'm belong to an older school. The modern masters, the grandmasters with their laptops can do that. I'm from way before laptops were ever around and didn't make an adjustment to do that. They don't know me, so I'll do okay.
Okay. Well, how do you deal with losing a game of chess? Some of the kids become very despondent. Of course, the little ones, you'll see them coming out of scholastic tournaments crying or whatever. But how do you personally deal with winning and losing, a game in a tournament?
Well, now it doesn't bother me like it did when I was younger. I threw chess sets away when I was younger, into the snowbanks. Pennsylvania's got snowbanks. No, I did not like losing at all, but philosophically, you understand that there's nobody that avoids loss, so all of a sudden you end up keeping your chess sets. Don't have to throw them away.
Switching gears, just maybe a few words of wisdom as far as, any players that have influenced you or books that have influenced you over the years.
You're talking about chess books, right?
Chess books, yes, correct.
Well, obviously, I was a definite product of the Fischer generation. I was playing in tournaments with Fischer. I met Bobby when he was 13, 14 years old. We played ping pong. He was very influential in just watching his rise to the top. So definitely Fischer. Kasparov impresses me tremendously. The man is the best chess player that has ever played on the face of this earth.
Mm-hmm.
So those two definitely have impressed me. I don't impress easily. Those two impressed me. Books, I have about 1,700 books in my library.
Wow.
There's a few that are really outstanding. Mikhail Tal's book on his life, Fischer's 60 Memorable Games, Nimzovich's My System. Those are three of the very finest books that I think that have ever been written on chess. And there's some recent books that have been excellent too, but I don't want to mention them because they're too recent. Time has a habit of winnowing out books that had surface they looked very good, but there were weaknesses inside them.
Mm-hmm.
Those three books I mentioned have well stood the test of time.
Okay, you want to plug any of your own books before we move on?
All my books are fun. I like writing my chess books. I enjoy them. Some of them I think are very good. Some of them they were there for the time. So no, I don't want to plug any of my books.
Any final comments in wrapping up? Anything you want to share about chess, or any words of wisdom for the younger generation?
It's a good game. It's a fair game. It's a game that everybody and anybody can play, and I mean that. I've taught school for 30 years, and I had a chess club for most of those 30 plus years, and I've had all kinds of people in my chess club, and I mean all kinds. Everybody that was capable of going to public school, one or two of them or more I had in my chess club. They all can play on equal terms.